Okay, in theory, everything should be functioning. Let me make sure of that real quick. Okay, not all the chat messages are where I want them to be, but it should be okay. Hello Lily, hello Manu, hello Finn, hello Goneric, and hello Alyssa. Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog today. Oh god. I'm streaming on both YouTube and Twitch, so things are a little bit funky right now. Hopefully, I get things figured out and everything works okay. But, you know, if the game is too loud, let me know. This is obviously a very different game from what I normally play. But, I want to preface this by saying that this is my favorite Sonic game ever. I really, really love this game. And I'm probably the only person who has it as their favorite Sonic game, or who considers it their favorite Sonic game. I've played this game, God, a lot. I've replayed all the levels many, many times. I have gone through the story like 2 or 3 times with both. I mean, I did that challenge run with that's playing as Blaze the Cat the whole time. The Twitch client is disconnected from my thing. It's troubleshooting. How do I fix that? It was working perfectly fine last time. What if I relog? Why is the chat client disconnected? Oh my goodness. Okay, so it turns out that Twitch chat is not going to be on stream, but I will still be reading it. Let me see if I can also do this. Okay, there we go. In theory, everything else should be working perfectly fine. I don't know why that's not working. I don't think it's a huge deal though, to be honest. The only Sonic game you've ever actually played and you love it. I will say that very few people like this game. So if you have played this and did enjoy it, I would recommend playing the adventure games. Spin Dash time. Unfortunately, the spin dash is extremely useless in this game. I did read that, Manu. Thank you. God, okay. I'm kind of like trying to figure out how to structure how I say things and whatever, because obviously I've only streamed Souls-likes recently. I have streamed other styles of games, but not recently at all, and definitely not within the time that I've I don't know, streamed since like my I don't know. It's been a while is the point. The chat does look different. I'm using a client that should let me have both stream chats up on stream rather than just YouTube, but it is not functioning and I'm not really sure why. That's true. 06 doesn't have the Chow Garden. That is the biggest problem with 06. However, I didn't like the Chow Garden very much. Oh, you know what? I'm not playing very well. I just realized that I should probably actually be trying to get an S rank, so I can show off my 06 skills. I don't know. I played this game a lot, is the point. Whoa, Sonic Hedgehog. Okay, wait, so I'm getting follow notifications in the mixed chat, but not the chat client? What the hell? If anyone's used StreamerBot and knows how to reconnect to the Twitch chat client, I would appreciate some tips on how to do that. My least favorite thing about this game is probably the fact that they never used the Y button. If they used the Y button for the Lightspeed dash, I don't think I would have any problems with anything about how this game controls, except for like, I don't know, Knuckles and Rouge sticking to the wall, but I don't know. I didn't really have any issues with that in any of my playthroughs. I've played Sonic's story a lot. Let me think. Okay, I've played through all the levels in Shadows and Silver Story at least once. I've played a lot of Silver Story as well. I've played probably Dusty Desert, the jungle level, Tropical Jungle, that's what it's called. And I don't know. I've played Silver Story a lot more than Shadows, is the point. I don't... Shadow Story is probably my least favorite because it just feels like Sonic Story, but slightly worse. But I really love Silver Story. And all their, like, mods and stuff for this game completely change how Silver plays, and I really hate it. It's one of my least favorite things about, like, the community around this game. They just hate Silver inexplicably. Like, he's a little slow, and because of that, everyone hates him. Ow. It's okay. I don't need rings for... I don't need too many rings for S-Rank. As long as I don't get hit during the Mach Speed section, I should be fine. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think this game controls fine, and I think the Lightspeed dash works well. Even once you get the stomp. It's not like it's inconsistent. It's just difficult to use sometimes, so... I don't know. But it would be nice if they used all the buttons for sure. You can use the Lightspeed dash in the Mach Speed sections, and it will give you a pretty significant speed boost, but it's also extremely difficult to control at times. I'm going to do it on this bridge because we immediately go into this, which resets our speed. There was a texture glitch there. That's because I forgot to reset the graphics cache, but hopefully there shouldn't be too many of those. Okay. I didn't post a link to the Twitch stream on Discord, specifically because I couldn't figure out how to link the stream. I have no idea how Twitch works. This is my first time ever streaming on Twitch. But, I don't know. It'll be okay. Winona, thank you for the follow. I guess people do that on Twitch, huh? You don't really get subscription notifications on YouTube. Okay, this should be an S. Assuming I don't go flying off the edge here, which can happen. But it didn't. Everything's okay. Uh, 50,000 points is always an S rank in this game. 45k. Yeah, all these apply to every single level. So, yeah, Twitch is very strange. I do not like the user interface on Twitch. We have a second woof in the Twitch chat. Oh, right, you can just link the Twitch channel. That's true. I forget that. So with YouTube, you obviously have to link specific streams and videos. I had to set up a thumbnail for this specific stream, and like the category and everything. Oh right, I need to get anti-gravity. But for Twitch, you literally just set the name of the stream and the category, which is very strange. It feels like no effort to start streaming, but it's also like impossible to personalize your stream outside of like the layout or whatever. And I like, oh, you know, I should probably move this. I like having my stream be fairly bare bones, just because the highlight, I want the highlight to be the game, you know? Woof, Sonic Hedgehog indeed. We have a third woof in the Twitch chat. Don't understand my take on Twitch? I don't know. It's it's lower bitrate than YouTube. It is owned by Amazon, which admittedly isn't that much worse than Google, but it's still not great. It's like the user interface is so like, even when I didn't stream, when I started streaming on YouTube, it was so easy to just start. And there's so many more options for personalization outside of what you put on the screen yourself, you know? I don't know. Streaming on YouTube just feels a lot better a lot of the time. Yeah. Yeah, Twitch isn't... I don't hate Twitch. I get why people use Twitch, right? I just personally don't like it very much. Dusty Desert. Oh wait, we have a boss fight first. Is it after? Might be after. I think it's first.
I'll take care of
You're allowed to woof in the YouTube chat too. Okay, so to get the S rank here, I'm probably not going to get it first try, which means I'm probably not going to go for it. But you need to get all the rings. There are some hidden rings and such. Where is he? And you need to make sure to get these as soon as possible. But then also, you need to run into the statues on the edge of the arena. If you don't run into the statues, you're not going to deal double health. It's only a quarter instead of half. so the fight takes significantly longer and you can't get the S rank. It's not a hard S rank, but it's kind of finicky. That's a lot of this game, admittedly. I don't hate the finickiness, but it does... I do understand why people might not like this game because of it. I think I can afford to miss 2 rings. That should be okay. Okay. You run toward the wall. Come on. There it is. That should be S. Keep woofing to Twitch. Let us have something. Fine. Yeah, I guess you don't even get chat on stream. Because for some reason the client I'm using just doesn't like Twitch. I did have to relog to YouTube. I tried that with Twitch and it didn't work. You can't use like alt codes on Twitch chat. There's another reason to use YouTube. Yeah, it does have emotes, that's true. But no alt codes is very strange. The reason I love this level so much, the reason this is my favorite level in, or one of my favorite levels in this game, I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite. I do really love Wave Ocean. I really love Sonic's Tropical Jungle. I really love Silver's Tropical Jungle. But the reason this is one of my favorites is because there are so many different ways through the level. This is my favorite. It's also the fastest and makes it the easiest to get S rank. It's somewhat hidden, but it is also the hardest. Because you have to platform over the sand like this. Admittedly, you can just press the release button and not have to worry about falling into the sand. But there's just so many different ways through this level. It's so cool. Sonic's Tropical Jungle probably has more, but these are more like integrated into the level design themselves. So. I am so glad I'm not the only person defending this game. Yeah, I love how this game looks. I love a lot about this game. The soundtrack is my favorite Sonic soundtrack. The level design is my favorite level design of any Sonic game. I think it does the playable characters really, really well. The way that Sonic holding Elise feels like a completely different control style. I don't know. I really love this game, and I do not understand why it gets so much hate. Like, yeah, it's janky, and it's incredibly overly ambitious, and that does hold it back a lot. But I also think that if you take the positives, it just so vastly outweighs the negative. Also, fun fact. You can make this jump. And skip fighting pretty much anything in this level. The character models are... I think the character models in this game are what some of my favorites. I prefer unleashed character models for the most part. That might be recency bias, but... You need mod on Twitch chat for your ego? You know what, that's totally fair. How would I do that? Actually, I have no idea how I would go about giving you mod. Hold on. If you can walk me through giving you mod. Slash mod. Ah, I see. Do I have to do like an ad or just... Whoa. There you go. Your ego has been satiated. I've never used Twitch. It's not my fault, and I didn't look anything up because I thought it would be simple. I thought it would be like YouTube, where you just like have very clear buttons on screen. Oh, I should have let that play out. The way he says Iblis Trigger sounds like a slur, and I think it's hilarious. I don't know if you need all the rings for S rank here. Which is very simple. I mean, I guess if you're used to it. It's probably really consistent within itself. It's just so incredibly different from YouTube. And YouTube is very, like, GUI. It's no use! I might have to get hit by him just for that. But I have to S-rank every stage for my ego. It is unironically my favorite Sonic game. I adore this game so much. Everything about this game is incredible. Wait, what's wrong with YouTube streams, Nana? Yeah, rest in peace. Silver. He's dead. Oh, you don't need rings at all for the S rank. No, that was incredible. Didn't you listen to Sonic? I don't know. The jank. The thing about the jank, it's more prevalent than Adventure 2. However, Adventure 2 jank is significantly more game breaking. I have died to jank through all of my hours in this game. I have S ranked all of Sonic Story. I have S ranked the majority, or all of Silver Story, and the majority of Shadow Story. And the jank has killed me like 3 times, as opposed to the 20. Oh my god. That's a Xenia glitch. That's not Sonic 06. The jank has killed me in Adventure 2, I don't know, probably a dozen times in one playthrough. I don't remember where I'm supposed to go. I need to go meet Shadow in the warehouse district, I think. Not Shadow. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not going to try to defend that camera. Alright, Knuckles in the warehouse district. Tamaka, why what? I wouldn't get it. You know, YouTube streams, they're higher bitrate, right? Like, there's no reason, in my opinion, to not watch a stream on YouTube if it's available, because it just looks better.
That was incredible.
Tiny Gem Infinite Jump. Yeah, the camera isn't exactly good in most Sonic games. So, okay. I have a lot to defend and talk about. The loading screens are stupid and dumb, and I hate it. And that is like one of the few things that is like actually terrible about S6. There are some missions in like later in Sonic Story where you can do the correct thing and just get it wrong. Like there's a math challenge one or a memorization challenge one, where there are 2 of the same number, and if you hit the wrong one, you'll just lose it. I have a clip of that somewhere, I think, on my Discord, but I probably posted that a long time ago. However, I don't think it's that egregious. I have 100% of this game on console and on emulator, and while not having insane loading times is very, very nice, it's definitely not detrimental to my experience personally. So I get it. However, I don't care enough for me to make this not my favorite Sonic game because of some somewhat long loading times. Also, the mission where I just talked to the same guy a couple times, you have to find the like captain or whatever, and he's the captain, and that's one of my favorite Sonic bits. Full stop. I think it's hilarious that you just talk to the same guy 3 times in a row, and that's the whole mission. Okay. I don't know. I would argue that... Oh god. I'm not doing well right now at all. I would argue that this game is good despite its shortcomings, but some of the shortcomings are unnecessarily egregious. Twitch ads are pretty awful. I actually wouldn't know, because I don't watch streams on Twitch, but I actually don't watch streams in general the majority of the time. There are very few streams that I've watched recently, but that makes sense. This is not Sense Fortress, it's crazy. I am happy to have enough of a or to make stuff that you find interesting enough that you find it worth it to watch me on YouTube sometimes. Because you were born on Twitch, yeah. It's kind of just... I feel like it's whatever you start with. Also, I'm really surprised I got S on that one. That's probably the hardest Sonic mission to get an S rank on first try. 3 straight minutes and there's multiple of them. That's really unfortunate. Awful stream time or ad times. Yeah, I guess if you started on Twitch, like I started watching. Oh my god. Okay, I need to refresh the graphics buffer more often. There are specific spots in the game where that happens. Like when we enter White Acropolis, it's probably going to get pretty bad at first. So I'll reset the graphics buffer as soon as I enter White Acropolis. I'm not sure why, but Xenia just like does that sometimes. I started watching streams on Twitch a long time ago. Two like really small streamers. I thought the idea of interacting with people on the internet was like that were just like playing a game, like making content was so cool at the time. And then I started streaming, and the novelty of it wore off really hard. And I don't know. I kind of stopped enjoying watching streams generally. And now when I do watch them, it's going to be on YouTube just because of the higher bitrate, because I don't really care about any of the other stuff on Twitch. Cool Sonic Hedgehog lore cutscenes. I mean, yeah, but like... I'll let one of them play out. I'll let my favorite play out. You're alternating between Twitch and YouTube. Watching on YouTube, but typing in Twitch chat. I really want to play... I don't care about the medals. I don't know why I'm going for medals. I really want to play Shadow the Hedgehog, and I have started it. I think it's really good in terms of how it plays and how it feels and everything. But it also... I played it right after coming off of Heroes. Okay, that's actually a lot harder to get than I remembered. I played it right after Heroes, and it feels like Heroes without the main gimmick, and it just like replaced it with another gimmick. Is not a bad thing. It just felt very strange to go to, so I decided to take a break from it. Whoa, snowboard. Probably one of the worst snowboards in any Sonic game. I think it's really funny, and I think it's very fun to use. Like, you can just go back. Oh, right, I need to refresh the graphics buffer because Xenia. I think the snowboard is really funny and really fun to use, but admittedly, when I'm replaying this stage over and over for... Okay, full disclosure, I am working on a very long 06 video, to the point where the script is the same length as the Black Knight video, and I am 5 stages in, into Sonic's story, specifically. And replaying this over and over for footage and to figure out what I was going to say on this level, the snowboarding section, it's like a minute and a half or something, if you go really fast and take all the shortcuts and stuff, and it was so tedious. This is the worst part of the entire level. This is one of my favorite levels. I don't think this snowboard section is the worst part of the game. I would say that Flame Core is probably my least favorite level. Tak and the Power of Juju has the best snowboard for a snowboarding level. I haven't played Tak and the Power of Juju. That's not true. I played it for like an hour when I was 5. How old was I actually? I don't know, I was probably like 10. And I would always look at like, I'd always go to the game store and just like stare at the GameCube games. One thing I want to point out, one thing that I really like about this game is how it structures its levels. That's the end of the stage right there, right above Sonic's head, behind that spotlight over there. I really like how it structures its levels and how you're incentivized to properly explore the levels and find different routes. The routes I'm taking, while maybe not literally the best possible route, they're pretty well optimized because I have played this game quite a bit. So, you know, if I take a route, it's not necessarily because it's the best possible route, but it is probably pretty close. We have to go down here, hit the switch. Doing a spin kick to break ice under you does admittedly feel kind of strange, but we don't have the bounce bracelet yet. It feels like this level was kind of made for the bounce bracelet a little bit, but you don't get that until stage 6, I think. And this is stage 3, so it's going to be a while before we get that. The bounce bracelet completely changes Sonic's combat, and makes it feel way better in my opinion. Tails can basically one-shot any enemy in the game. If we come up here, there are these enemies, the big mechs, that Sonic can, or has to do 4 attacks for, or 2, 3 if you hit the head at the right time after it like loses its arms. But Tails can just throw 1 bomb and immediately blow them up. Oh, I lost all the rings because Tails got hit after. That's rude. You can just jump right over those lasers by homing attacking there, which I think is super awesome. You can jump around this. And then, one of my favorite routes in this entire game. This platform right here, it breaks if you homing attack it. But you can homing attack up this spotlight, which I don't know if this is intended. It feels like it is, because you can land on this and skip going all the way around, And that saves so much time, and there's no way that wasn't intentional. That's one of my favorite routes in the entire game. It's so cool. I really love this level because that last section is so open, and there's so many ways through it. That one is the fastest by far, to the point where we nearly got S rank from the time bonus alone. But yeah, there are so many ways to get S rank in a lot of the different levels in this game too. You can either speed straight to the finish, which will usually have you kill enough enemies to get the S rank, or you can like properly explore and kill nearly every enemy and do like everything, which will usually get you an S rank regardless of your time bonus, which I think is super cool. That's even an option in a lot of these levels. It's probably least possible in Crisis City, which is this one, and oh my god, I forgot about that car. Yeah, it's probably least possible in this one and Radical Train, because Radical Train has a pretty strict time limit. It's the only level in the game with a time limit like that. Hello, Krista. Welcome. I don't know. A lot of this level has very strange hitboxes on the snowboard section. This is also the only other snowboard section in the game, I'm pretty sure. We're gonna get our second Mach Speed section coming up, and it's by far the hardest Mach Speed section. And it makes this level the hardest normal mode level to get an S rank in. Because if you get hit at the end of the Mach Speed section and you lose your rings, it's effectively impossible to get the S rank. Oop. There we go. See, that's what I mean. The game's jank is present. It is ever present throughout this game. Absolutely. And it is significantly more present than Sonic Adventure 2 jank, but it's less detrimental in that watching Sonic roll on a snowboard doesn't, like, prevent me from enjoying the game by any means, as opposed to clipping through a platform because I took an intended route in Sonic Adventure 2, you know? Because I happen to be going too fast for the PC port to handle. And I had those issues in the Dreamcast and GameCube versions as well, so it's not like it's just the Steam port. Yeah, the constant like grunting and everything. I don't know. I think I like Unleashed sounds a little bit more because they're way funnier, but Pro 6 sounds are pretty great as well. Crisis City used to be one of my least favorite levels. I don't know, it's probably still one of my least favorite levels, not because it's bad, but because everything else is so good. But I really like it now, after like properly analyzing it and going through it, and figuring out all the different routes and different ways to go through it. I really like Crisis City. Like, that's such an unnecessary route there, but it feels so good to execute on, like realizing that, oh, I can do a light speed dash here and it'll take me right up to this rail, which will skip all this other stuff that I'm doing. It's also probably one of the jankiest levels. Sometimes you'll just bonk on the wall there. I've never collected those rings. I don't know how you're supposed to collect those rings. I assume if you hit a specific booster, you might, but I've tried to hit every booster, and I never have, so I don't know. This spot has a ton of different paths through it. You can jump down and hit the spring to get up here. You can take that rail by skipping to it. There's a spring inside this box that you can hit, go off of, and this will take you to the silver medal, which will skip everything else down there. There are a bunch of enemies that you can kill down there, so you can make up for the time bonus if you do decide to go down there and kill those enemies, and you still want the S rank. It's like the level design in this game is so insanely good. Even though this is one of my least favorite levels, I still adore it. It's still such a good level. The next level is my least favorite in Sonic Story, by far. I think it is the most boring level. All the alternate routes are really boring to find, and also pretty boring to execute on. That's really unfortunate. I guess that's not a big deal, actually. We can still get the S rank if I'm careful about this. But, yeah, I don't know. All the alternate routes are boring. All the other little things that I love about this game aren't really super present. But this worm guy doesn't actually spawn unless you go through that rainbow ring. Which kind of makes up for going the other way, having way more enemies, but there are weaker enemies that die in one hit. I have never clipped through a platform in this level. This is... I don't know. This is actually one of the more stable levels in that way. Like, it's inconsistent with certain things, but I've never clipped through a platform or anything. That's very strange, because that never happened on when I played on 360 either. That tornado's carrying half a double, half a two halves a car, potentially. Oh, fuck. Hold on, I got this. I need to... Oh, I shouldn't have... Okay, so my issue is, if you lightspeed dash there, you get a ton of speed, which means you're desynced from the rubble in front of you, and that makes it extremely difficult to not get hit by any rubble. Also, when you jump, you lose all ability to control, like, where you're moving. So you're just moving straight forward once you jump, which isn't really an issue if you plan for it. But when you don't know that's going to happen, that's not good. That might lose me the S rank. When you don't know if that's going to happen, or that's going to happen, that can be extremely frustrating. Still might be possible to get S rank here if I avoid all the rubble. I'm not sure if that'll do it. It will. Nice. Artist, normal mode, S rank out of the way.
That was incredible.
If you don't know what that double double two halves a car is from, that's a simple flips bit. And I think about it every single time I play through that level. I just had to get that out there. You should play this game. It's really good. I really love it. I wanted to do this stream because I wanted to have something about this game that I made out there. But I don't know. The thing that I want to make is so insanely long. You can buy stuff. So, okay, so the way the rings work... Oh, anyway, yeah, I wanted to live stream because I wanted something about my opinions on this game out there. And I really, really love this game. And I wanted that to be known before I have to spend, you know, 500 hours on one video. The way the total rings... Oh, oops. The way the total rings work is... It's based entirely on your rank, and you can buy specific upgrades and stuff, which are gems, which we'll get to once I have the opportunity to buy one, because the blue gem is my favorite thing in the game. But yeah, they let you buy upgrades from the shop, which is how I got the anti-gravity power-up and the lightspeed dash power-up. That, like, a gem box that I got earlier, it should refill my gem ability bar, but gems don't actually take energy in the final version of this game like they were supposed to. So those are entirely useless. I don't know if anyone was paying attention, but the blue crystal box that I picked up. Also, the box that the spring was in that I just came up here from is only closed in hard mode. I always thought it was closed in normal mode unless you took specific routes, but it's always open in normal mode. I don't know. This is the last level that I actually, like, took my time to analyze in so far. I still really want to do... This is the last level that I've written stuff for, and the script is like 14,000 words long, and I'm not even done with this level. Just to give a reference point of how long I want the actual video that I make on this game to be. So I have a lot of thoughts through this stage, very fresh on my mind. Some of the floating rubble pieces actually damage you, so that might have been the problem. They're not like platforms you can stand on, and they're not super well telegraphed. Yeah, once we get the bounce bracelet, these combat encounters will go by much, much faster. Did I get all the dogs? I did. Yeah, if you couldn't tell, I'm autistic, and I really like this game. There's a box coming up on the left side of this next section that I have no idea how to open. I've been through this entire section, I've killed every enemy, I've gone everywhere, and I have no idea how to open the box and how to use the spring inside of it. That's unfortunate. That box right there, I have no idea how to open it. I've tried everything. You can actually make this jump without killing this guy. Once I kill this guy, there's going to be a few guys that spawn over here, and you can do a homing attack chain. You can make this without taking the homing attack. You can just jump. Also very likely I get hit by a piece of rubble. I didn't. That's crazy. It's extremely rare to not get hit by a piece of rubble there. Despite the Tism mysteries remain, such as? I don't know, I've been trying to explain why I love this game so much. You can go that way, you can go all the way around, and then go on a whole grinding section and, you know, do everything up there. Or, if you're observant, you can come over here, kill those enemies, get the invincibility power up, and skip all of that, which I think is super cool. Oh, the box, yeah. The box is indeed a mystery. Oops. The unattainable box, indeed. I don't know what to tell you. I've never fallen through any of the platforms in that section, or any platforms in the game, actually. Are you sure it wasn't like Shadow's section of this level, or that level, where you would fall through? Because Shadow does have a pretty similar section, and you're like kind of supposed to go through them. In this section, these purple balls will light up if you attack them, but don't really need that. Can homing attack to that to skip waiting for the platform, which I think is super cool. There's a bunch of little things like that where normally you'd have to like wait for the moving platform there, right? But if you jump, an enemy spawns, which you can homing attack to, so you don't have to wait, which is very, very nice for repeat playthroughs. But you can't really know that in your first playthrough, but it doesn't hamper a first playthrough experience, unlike, you know, like Unleashed, which is one of my least favorite Sonic games, where a first playthrough is significantly hampered by the things that are supposed to enhance replays, you know? Didn't even play Shadow because you rage quit. Yeah. The reason I'm doing the spin move there, which is extremely slow, is because actually hitting these things doesn't activate them all the time. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it works perfectly, sometimes it doesn't. So while there is definitely jank in this game that is negative, it's so like minor that, you know, you can fix it by just doing a different move there. Unleashed Xbox. Actually, I started playing the Wii version like a couple days ago, and I've been really, really loving it. Keep viewers on stream, boo. Thanks, Twitch bot. I don't think I need to buy viewers though. Hold on, I will delete that in one moment. Unleashed is so good. It's actually so much better than the Xbox version. It's kind of ridiculous that the Xbox version is considered better, and like the definitive version of Unleashed. Sonic is freaking out. Really wish I had the bounce bracelet right now. That'd be... Oh no, that might have taken my S rank. Forgot that one was there. Oh right, there's a Twitch mod. Thank you, Manu. That is unfortunate. By 80 rings. Yeah, Unleashed is really, really good. It takes everything that I hate about 360 Unleashed with like the unreactable obstacles and all the weird, I don't know, everything that I don't like about 360 Unleashed is completely fixed in the Wii version. The boost also feels much better. There's nothing you can do that... There's nothing automated in Unleashed Wii. Like, Rooftop Run, you can literally just hold X and tap A a couple times for the first minute of the level in the 360 version. And it's so not good. People complain about automation in so many Sonic games, but Unleashed, the one with so much automation, especially early on, nobody talks about it, and it makes me sad.
Watch out, Sonic! Against something that large, you won't have a chance on the soft footholds.
Yeah, I don't know. Unleashed is like so almost good. Rooftop Run is like so almost fun, but it's so boring. I've tried to like the 360 version. I've played it so many times, and I want to like it. I just can't. Okay, so for this boss fight, if I hit the lava at all ever, the S rank is no longer attainable because I need to keep these rings. Actually, if I get hit at all ever, the S rank is no longer possible. I could have left the rings, a bunch of the rings, to collect at the end. But that's boring. So. How long till saucy Twitch bots? Hopefully a long time. We already got enough sauce in the YouTube chat. That Libra from Night Rain isn't a man. They use, or it uses it's pronouns, doesn't it? In the relic description. I'm pretty sure Libra from Night Rain is it's pronouns. Sonic sad leashed. Ooh. I wish I liked Sonic Unleashed. It's like there's so many games like that that I just wish I liked. You know, that was probably a really bad way to do that. Skill issue on my part. Yeah, I also played Recompiled. That was the most recent version I played, and I just don't like it. I really tried. Unhinged bunch at all times, true. Okay. I don't know. There are a lot of like specific movement options I'm choosing to use. Like very careful to like not light or to not air dash super often because it sends you straight down after you use it. Like there is a lot of jank and weird design options or design choices in this game, but I don't think it's to the point where it's detrimental because you can work around all of that as long as you learn it. I think it was a really fun process to learn it. I had so much fun with this game in my first playthrough, so I don't know. I have a hard time saying that there's anything that I specifically don't like about this game outside of very, very specific little factors, you know? Whoa. I cut that a little bit closer than I would have preferred to, but everything's fine. Throw rocks, I think? This is the worst boss fight in the game, by the way. By quite a wide margin. I think this is so boring. I hate this boss fight. Okay, now I wait for the platforms. Go up to the middle. I love waiting in Sonic games. I don't know. Even there are some sections where waiting is just necessary in this game, like with platforming, which I don't think is that huge of an issue. It doesn't really bother me most of the time, but when it's a boss fight that is 50% doing literally nothing, you know. Oh yeah, I love Recompiled. I think Unleashed Recompiled is an incredibly good port. I just don't like Unleashed. But I do think Recompiled is the definitive way to play 360 Unleashed. By far. In ARPG. Oh yeah, wait till we get to Silver Story. You know, I think I changed my mind. Silver's boss fights are probably worse. Or at least Silver's Iblis fight is probably worse. Wait, really? Oh no. I'm not actually sure what it's about to do. Is it gonna jump? I thought it was gonna dive at me. What? Okay, yeah. Thanks, Tails. As long as I don't get hit here, this is an S rank. Silver is cool. I love Silver.
It's dazed from the impacts. Now's your chance, Sonic.
Okay. Yeah. It's a what, Tails? See, we got enough sauce in the YouTube chat. Everything's. We don't need the Twitch bots. There we go. Barely an S, but an S nonetheless. Yeah, like I said earlier, this Silver Story, it's slow, but that's kind of the point. And a lot of the mods I'm like, I hate Project 06 because it fundamentally changes all of Sonic 06 by making it faster and like changing the mechanics in ways that don't work with the level design. And I think the level design is the strongest part of this entire game because of how it plays. And that's triple true with Silver. Okay, I don't remember what level's next. I do. Oh, excuse me. The bounce bracelet. That lets us bounce, which make combat way, way faster. Is easily my favorite upgrade in this game. Actually, yeah, it's my favorite upgrade, and the blue gem is a very close second. I'm probably not going to worry about any of the other gems. None of them are particularly useful. But we need that to come over here and bounce through this gate. Great. If I could land in there. Come on. Come on. Oh my god. This isn't the game, I'm just skill issuing. I'm lying? What am I lying about? Knuckles Equidna. Yeah, it's crazy.
Shouldn't you save the train before chasing after me?
I think we can... Whoa. Do that, jump over here. I don't remember this level very well. I need to actually, like, analyze this level. Like I said, Flame Core is the last one I've done that for. I did play Aquatic Base quite a bit, though. Like that. So the speed limit, or the rather time limit in this level is set by the train. If the train crashes, the level's over. So we do need to, like, race the train and hit the switches. And the train explodes, the level's just over, we die. Okay. And then this is the first part where we're actually required to use the bounce bracelet for platforming because it makes you jump a little bit higher. I think you can technically make the jump without it, but... It's very strange that the conveyors switch directions in the way they do. Okay, let me be a little bit careful here. I feel like there have been a lot of things in this stream that I started talking about and didn't finish because I was trying to explain why I liked the game or something. I don't remember where I found it. I remembered where it was at. Okay. Yeah, oh yeah, so there are groups of enemies. We've encountered a couple of them, but that's one of them where if you kill the leader first, all the others will die and you'll get more points out of it. If you kill the others before the leader, you actually get fewer points. I have no idea why that blue crystal box is there, because that's the only one on, like, a very obvious intended path in the entirety of Sonic Story. And it's the only one, like, you can't use it. It doesn't do anything for Sonic, especially, like, we don't have anything that it would use even if the game was finished properly. So I don't know why those crystal boxes are there in Flame Core and Radical Train. Sonic pellets. Well, okay, but I didn't want it to be only Sonic. Just because I like Sonic more than most game franchises. I don't want this to be only Sonic. I believe we can S-rank this without doing the Mach Speed section hit list, but I'm still going to try. Almost like I have ADHD or something? No, what? That's crazy. Ignoring the fact that I didn't see that chat message for a very long time because I was focused on the video game. Doing this hit list is actually really difficult because the train is going to explode, and avoiding the rubble from the train, oh, like that, is very difficult. I have never gotten through this hit list. Yeah, I didn't want the name to be only Sonic either. Oh, you know, I should probably not be on the tracks directly where the explosion is. That would probably help. Oh, I thought it would protect me from that. Oh, no rings. I don't know if that's going to be an S. It is. We're good. Okay. Flame Core is the only one that I haven't got an S on so far. Yeah, like, I wanted the freedom to do a lot of stuff, because I wanted to do, like, videos on a bunch of different things. Like, Zelda randomizers are one that I've been wanting to do. I want to do, like, a bunch of old platformers and, like, new indie platformers and whatever. The one that I want to, the cutscene in this game that is my favorite is the one right after, hold on, it's in my brain somewhere. The one right after Sonic's Tropical Jungle. It is so cheesy, and I love it so much. I feel like Sonic stories are a lot better if you just take them fully seriously. Like, they're all incredibly cheesy and incredibly campy, but if you just take it seriously, it's so good. There are actually a lot of ways to damage this thing. This is the fastest. You can climb on top of it and slam on top of the boss to deal damage. You can also homing attack the top of the boss, like the face when it pops up, but that is way faster. I didn't know you could do it for a long time. Have a good night, Krista. Thank you for being here while you could. Sleep well. Whoa, the Egg Genesis. The internet is full of Sonic souls, that's true. And depending on who you are, that's either a very strange thing or a very good thing. And personally, I'm not judging particularly hard. Doing this fight hitless is way, way harder if you climb on top of it and, like, do the slam to damage it. But if you just do this, doing this hitless is very, very easy. I really like that there's kind of a hidden secret way that you can do this fight, because the arms very, very obviously come down and spawn a very obvious homing attack chain. I don't know how people figured out that you could homing attack the core by bouncing, but I think it's really cool that you can. There's also a Xenia glitch where you can finish this fight in like 40 seconds by like jumping on top of it in a specific way. I don't know. I don't know why it's specific to Xenia either. There's also one like that for Egg Cerberus, but I don't know how that one works either. And it's also specific to Xenia. There is one that works on console, that works on Sonic's final boss, the Egg Wyvern, I think it's called. But I probably won't be doing that one. It takes the Sky Blue gem. You homing attack and then teleport down, which you're not supposed to do. You're supposed to like grab onto it. And that freaks the game out. And then like 40 seconds later, the boss just ends for some reason. I should actually make sure I... Oh, this is the one time in the game we're in the overworld with Elise. I don't know how far you can actually go. I've never tried to. But I do think it's really cool that it lets you be in the overworld in this control style. I think it'd be fun to try and do a... Can you beat Sonic 06 while carrying Elise or something? That'd probably be fun. Carrying Elise is probably my favorite control style, only because of the levels that it shows up in. Like, this is one of my favorite levels, and Dusty Desert is also one of my favorite levels. Drowner, no! This is the game where Sonic kisses a real human woman, yes, unfortunately. I love this game story. That I understand why people don't like. I do not like Elise either. Elise is one of my least favorite Sonic characters for a lot of reasons. Okay. This is a level that I played a lot. Not to the point where I'd be comfortable like writing a script about the level, but enough that I know a decent amount of routes through the level. Yeah, forest levels are always pretty great. This level is also just like really, really good. It's very... There's so many routes through even this part of the level. I've been going through a ton of optional routes here and like mixing back into the main route because it's a little bit faster to go back to the main route and then into a different second route or secondary route. But the last part of this level is so insane. Oh yeah, she does die in this game. I forgot. It's crazy. But yeah, the second part of this level is insanely open, and there's so many ways through it, and I love it so much. It's so much fun to just like explore and find different routes and everything, and different ways to get S ranks. I really love it a lot. I also just... This game just feels good to play. Sonic fans on kissing real women, and there is indeed a joke there. I will not be the one to make it. This is my favorite Sonic game to control Sonic, because it feels like the adventure games, but placed in levels where the adventure playstyle actually is like made the most of, as opposed to like Sonic Adventure 1 where they were getting their feet wet with it, and then Sonic Adventure 2 that's incredibly linear in a lot of ways. This is not the fastest way through here, but frankly, I don't really care. That's not good. Trying to remember how to get through here. Let's rip! Yeah, you can very easily get turned around in this level. But that's kind of what I like about it. Whoa. Gotta be a little bit careful here so I don't die. I missed some of the cool routes in this level, unfortunately. You can kill enemies with the shield with this, but the hitbox is very strange, and sometimes you just take damage, and I'm not really sure why, so I wasn't trying to do that. Would it be Stolen Valor because I am not in summon? Is that the bit there? After I beat Sonic Story, we're at level 7. We're almost done with the story. We only have a few more levels. Once I'm done with it, I'll go back and S-rank Flame Core, just for feeling good about myself.
Looks like we've lost
Oh yeah, this cutscene.
Elise, you should go back to the castle.
Okay. Sonic?
Is that this one?
It's so beautiful. I've never seen so many flowers before.
Full Sonic lore indeed.
Have you visited many wonderful places before?
Yeah.
Once you defeat Eggman, you'll leave, won't you?
I love the animation in this game.
Many times.
I haven't really let it play
Enjoyed
out,
this adventure.
but like, the animations in this game are so good during the
Something more
cutscenes.
than a princess. I was
Her
able to
big yellow
be
X,
a
yeah. Oh
girl.
my god, she's transgender.
Sounds like being a princess isn't that easy.
It isn't sometimes, but I love this country. Everyone in the castle, the children, all
I don't know if you're saying that because you like Metal Sonic. Okay, no, you're not biased at all, never mind. I understand.
Don't cry, Elise. Become a strong queen who doesn't cry, no matter what happens.
And so, I do my best to protect my country.
The animation, a lot of people say it's very like mascot suit-esque, which I get, but I think it fits so well with these characters. Like the way that Tails moves, he looks so much like he has ADHD. It's so good. I genuinely think this is some of the best cutscene animation in any Sonic game,
I'm fine.
or the Sonic character specifically.
Sorry.
I just kind of hate how Elise looks.
I mustn't cry. I can't.
Elise.
If you don't know, if she cries, a god gets released and destroys the world. So that's why she can't cry. She doesn't know that, I don't think, but she can't cry. This isn't the cutscene I thought it was. It might be after. I don't know where that's at. Anyway, now we gotta go kill Eggman or whatever.
This is
Oh right, we get Tails Wave Ocean.
Elise went to see Eggman by herself. Tails, please help her.
Wave Ocean is this way. I know where I'm going. Yeah, the Tails animations, like in the very first cutscene, when you, not the very, very first cutscene, like the opening cutscene, but the first cutscene where you like see Tails moving around Sonic, it's so good. It looks so much like he has ADHD. I love it. Yeah, the humans in this game being more realistic than other Sonic games is very strange. But what I think gets me the most is that Elise does not look nearly as realistic as the other humans in this game. I think I missed the booster. I was supposed to go much faster through that. Yeah, what gets me is that Elise does not look nearly as realistic as the other humans in this game. So even though, probably because Elise interacts with Sonic the most, so they were like, you know, that kind of looks funky. We should probably make her a little bit more cartoonish, or, you know, something. If I had to guess, that's probably one of the reasons. And I hate how Elise looks because of it. She looks so awful. Uh-oh, that's not good. You know what? Fine. The Wave Ocean retake is in Shadow Story right before he goes to Wave Ocean. I don't remember how far into his story that is. Oh, I want to get the points. Come on. Here we go. Hi, Seal. See, that looks a lot better. Again, the jank is ever present. When it's slowly going through a loop looking kind of silly, I don't think it's that detrimental to my play experience, if I'm being honest. I really love being able to play through entire levels as different characters in this game. Like, just the fact that they redid Wave Ocean, but you play as Tails, so they had to restructure the level a little bit. I love this so much. You also do this exact same level as Blaze in Silver Story. And you go through parts of this level in Shadow Story as the different characters as well. It's a little bit like, you know, it's obvious that they're like reusing levels to save time, but I could not care less. It feels so nice to go through these different levels as different characters and different playstyles in different ways, because it just lets me explore, you know, my favorite Sonic levels in so many different ways. I love it a lot. Oh, I don't see the placements. The YouTube chat placements. That's unfortunate. Yeah, the fake rings are stupidly powerful in this game. They obliterate everything. Let me actually hit the dash pad. Okay. Getting through this level in the Blaze only challenge run I did was very interesting. Especially, I mean, I knew at that point that you could use the water bounce, but like figuring out where to bounce and where you could stand to refresh your bounce to make sure you didn't die at any point. Like, I don't know, that was just really, really fun. This is the part that Tails goes through in his normal Wave Ocean, or in Sonic's Wave Ocean, so this is very similar. I think the enemy layout is a little different. Like, we didn't have these big laser guys with the drills and the missiles in Tails, or in Sonic's Wave Ocean, but otherwise, you know, very, very similar layout. Project 06? I hate it. I despise Project 06. Come on. There we go. Project 06 takes everything I love about 06, completely changes it because they didn't like it, and ruins the entirety of the level design, which is by far the best part of this game. And I hate Project 06 because of it. I think it's a really interesting retake on Sonic 06, but not any more interesting than Legacy of Solaris. I just find no reason to play Project 06. I don't know, going fast as Silver is kind of nice, but Legacy of Solaris is there. I don't know if Project 06 came out before Legacy of Solaris, actually. Either way, the changes in Legacy of Solaris are significantly less dramatic, and the cutscene, or I mean, the level design feels a lot more intact in Legacy of Solaris, so I do prefer Legacy of Solaris, even though I just prefer Vanilla by far. Oh, Kingdom Valley! This is like the most iconic stage in this game. I'm gonna go to the shop first. Oh, there's a shop in the forest, actually, we can go to. I think the blue gem is available. If it's not, it'll be available before the final level, and we'll be able to use it in our revisit of Flame Core. If I have enough rings... I don't know what other gems I would buy, really. Wait, I'm forgetting what to do. How do you get to the forest to get to Kingdom Valley? Do I have to talk to someone specific? You. Oh, right, I have to talk to the priest guy, I think. I don't know. There's someone specific I have to talk to. The orange markers above NPCs' heads mean that they will give you a hint on where to go next. The yellow ones are flavor text, and the blue ones are missions. Legacy of Solaris is really cool. It gives a story to... Oh, I do have the blue gem, cool. It gives stories to all the side characters, like entire stories, which was really, really fun. I really loved Blaze's story, because Blaze is my favorite character in this game. Jesus and my Sonic Hedgehog? Unfortunately. Okay, so the blue gem This is actually a great place to, like, show it off. It's basically just unleashed boost, but slightly more controllable. It just gives you a huge boost of speed straightforward, and it feels so good to use in the middle of levels. And it's the only gem that I ever use ever because it's fun. The purple gem is funny, and the sky gem is also funny, but I prefer the blue gem. I just think it's so much more fun to use, and you can switch between them at any point. If you use the D-pad, you'll switch between them, and you can. I think it's this one. Oh. You can switch between them at any point, but I just prefer sticking to the blue gem. Oops. Make it back up. I don't think I can. Oh, I'm going in the wrong one. Is it this one? It is. This is one of the worst missions in the game, by the way. I don't know if that's obvious. I thought I could make that. This is one of the missions where it's like, okay, yeah, this is pretty bad. Sonic is Jesus. He is my savior. Okay, come on, Sonic. I am very aware of that fact. I think it's this one? No. Okay, so it's not that one. I'm pretty sure it's not that one. So I think it's this one. It is that one. And then... God, this is just a memorization test, obviously, but it's so annoying. Oh, damn it. Wait, no, it's this one. Probably. Ah! Okay. Steezus the Hedgehog. Sonic is cooler than Steezus, unfortunately. Wait, was it this one? Whoa. And then it was this one. I lied. Steezus the Hedgehog is real? That doesn't surprise me. Was it? I feel like I should know this by now. I want to say it's this one then. It is! Hey, there we go. Alright, that should not have taken me that long. That's not an S rank. I don't care. Okay.
Man, today's not my day.
The worst rank you will see, hopefully, in the entirety of the video. Nobody can do that with a skateboard, probably. I mean, a snowboard, probably. Trial of Courage, you just have to fight a bunch of enemies with no rings. So, ideally, this is how you fight enemies anyway. Sonic Hedgehog. I feel like there's a bit there that I'm not getting. Wait, what? Did I forget the layout of the enemies completely already? What? Oh. Okay, yes, I did. As a matter of fact. Wait, up? Is there a spring over here? There is, I'm just blind. Okay. Oh, because I got a D rank, I see, instead of an S rank. This is kind of where my knowledge of the game falls apart, because I haven't played this part of the game as much as the other parts of the game, except for Aquatic Base. I've played Aquatic Base quite a bit. It's one of my favorite levels. My favorite Sonic levels, full stop, let alone 06 levels. I mean, actually, most of the levels in this game are some of my favorite Sonic levels, full stop. Wave Ocean is one of my favorite Sonic levels, has all the characters, which is crazy, because most of the time, different playable characters just kind of have worse versions of the same levels, but in this game, I love Wave Ocean as every character. Let's tip! Oh, that's unfortunate. Aeonic the Hedgehog. That's a pretty good Sonic impression. That's pretty close. You know, the thing I don't like about this one is that neither of these are correct. However, only because I chose Amy in my Blaze video, I kind of have to choose Amy here. And now they're a throuple, so. 30k? That's either
That was incredible.
because it's always 30k, or because I just barely got the time bonus. Hey. Gotta jump into the eagle's talons. There we go. And this takes us to Kingdom Valley, which was by far the hardest part of that Blaze Only video. Lord of the Rings. Oh, true. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Hold on. I missed the cool thing. Gotta start over. I have to do the cool thing.
We don't have time.
And also Dark Souls. True. Yeah, we're leaving the Undead Asylum. We're finally starting the game. The Trial of Love was the Asylum Demon. You can hit that eagle? I have no clue how. I don't usually get hit there, actually. Okay, I would like to be able to see the video game, please. There we go. The Ringed City. Oop, there we go. I've played Kingdom Valley quite a bit, so I do know this level a little bit. I just haven't played it nearly as much as a lot of the other levels in this game. Oops. So. Longest Asylum Demon fight you've ever seen? Yeah, longer than my Fist Only Asylum Demon fight, actually. That was awful, by the way. Don't do that. It sounds funny, and like it kind of is, but it's really not worth the bit. It's so awful. In other runs, like challenge runs, where doing Asylum Demon hitless would be like part of the or not hitless, but Asylum Demon like weaponless would be part of the challenge run. I just don't do it because I hate it. It's really not worth the bit. Okay. Yeah, this is one of the most iconic levels from this game, if not straight up the most iconic. It's either this or Crisis City. And those, of the levels that aren't my least favorite, they're probably my two least favorite. I like Kingdom Valley, but it's so, like, it's so long.
Go on ahead.
It didn't need to be this long. Also, we're playing Silver with no upgrades, which makes me sad, because Silver without upgrades is awful. Especially compared to Silver with upgrades. But we can pick up boxes and throw boxes at robots and stuff. Silver's levels are very based on exploration, which I think does work really well for his... oh my god, for his style of play. But being forced into a Silver section in a Sonic stage also doesn't feel super great. You can do like a... you can stun enemies, there we go. You can pick them up and throw them at enemies too, which is by far the most effective way to like fight things as Silver. You can levitate, and you can feather the button to levitate way farther, which does not work in Project 06 or Legacy of Solaris, which makes me sad. You can grab enemy projectiles and throw them back too, which is very, very cool. They also still hurt you, apparently. Give me that. You're literally Silver. Hedgehog Twink? I don't know, I feel like Silver is overhated in a lot of ways. A lot of people think he's annoying and whatever, especially in this game. Or especially in other games, rather, because most people haven't played this game. But Silver is actually a pretty competent character in this game, specifically. We can skip that fight entirely by just doing that. Pretty sure we can grab this guy's arms. But we can also just do that. Then we can skip the entire rest of the section by just doing a little bit of that.
Hey, not bad.
Just need to believe in yourself. Can do. I believe I can finish this game. Or at least the story of the stream. Okay, have fun, Lily. Good luck with work.
Seem to be protecting us.
If I finish Sonic Story in less than 3 hours, which I probably will at this point, I might start either Shadow or Silver Story. Shadows is my least favorite. I think Silver's is a lot more interesting, because Shadows just kind of feels like Sonic's, but worse. But I don't dislike Shadow Story. Extremely convenient eagle. Oh my god. I want to get up there. I don't remember how to get up there. Do I care enough? I do care enough. Okay. Rainbow rings give you a bunch of points in this game, especially if they're strung together. And they don't at all in Unleashed, which was very confusing when I started playing Unleashed. It felt wrong to go for rainbow rings for speed exclusively instead of points, but yeah, if they shoot both their arms, you can kill them in 2 hits, but you also have to hit them to knock them down, so it's actually slower to let them shoot off their arms to kill them, despite taking fewer hits. Oh, true. Shadow's, like, characterization in this game is so good. Oh, no! I'm gonna start over. 5 minutes lost. Oh, wait, no, that doesn't start over the whole stage. I don't know if it saves. Okay, we'll go back and replay the stage after, like I'm gonna do with Flame Core. That's unfortunate. Oop. The start over button goes back to your first, like, transition. So because the Sonic section is a completely different area from the Silver section, the start over only goes here. Sonic Unleashed. Yeah, I mean, Shadow the Hedgehog, I think, is hated. His characterization in that game is misrepresented a lot by memes. Like it's like stealing candy from a baby, which is fine by me. He's not saying stealing candy from a baby is fine by him. He's specifically saying that it being easy is fine by him. Which I think is extremely obvious given his characterization in that game, but if you haven't played the game, like, what? Shadow? Why would you say that? Yeah, if you don't get the light speed dash there, making that jump is harder. Position? I did one of those. Yeah, doing this part of the level was the hardest part of the entire Blaze only video, because Blaze can't homing attack off those ropes, so you have to do some really stupid stuff to do that. It would be, I don't know, it's weird to explain because you have to do like a weird frame perfect jump onto an eagle that you can barely see during Shadows, or during this actual level, in Sonic's actual story. And then you have to like do a extremely precise jump coming up here. It was very fun to figure out, but it was very difficult to figure out too. No. I think this game gets the characterization of a lot of the characters very good. Especially Shadow, but like Silver I think has a really interesting character here. I think Sonic also has a really interesting character here, even if I think Black Knight did it better. But to be fair, it's kind of hard to beat Black Knight's characterization of Sonic. Okay. I guess I can just jump and ignore the falling platforms completely, huh? Yeah, there is a Mach speed section at the end of this level. This is the longest level in the game by far. It's like 8 minutes on a good run, as opposed to the, 4 minutes of Wave Ocean. But, I don't know, I think it makes sense that this level is really long, because it's like really late in the game. But it also just doesn't feel great to replay, because it takes so long to do. And I think the replay value of this game is really high with all the different routes and stuff for the levels. I also don't think that this level does different routes particularly well. A little bit better than Flame Core, I guess, but just because they all feel properly integrated and done in a way that's unintrusive to the other routes without being, like, forced. I don't know. I don't like Flame Core nearly as much as the other levels in this game. I don't know. I guess I haven't, like, spent a ton of time with this level either. Not nearly as much as I did with Flame Core. Maybe I'll grow to like Flame Core a little bit more than this one. Or, I guess, dislike this one a little bit more than Flame Core. But I do still really like this level. This is a very fun level. It's kind of tragic, because now Shadow Generations is the most well-known and considered the best version of this level. which is really unfortunate because I think this game did this level way, way better than Shadow Generations. As much as I love the Shadow Generations level, I think it's an incredible level. I think this game's version of it is just that much better because of how this game like does level design. Twitch chat does exist. I do have it up and I'm making sure to look at it occasionally. Sonic water. He's running on water. He is Jesus. Yeah, 0 time bonus. Still a B though. So not at E. Not the worst rank you've seen in the video so far. Or in the stream so far. I don't know if I'm gonna turn this one into a video. Probably not. Maybe though. I think that was the cutscene where Elise died, and now we're going back in time. I don't remember, actually. I don't remember where I'm supposed to go. That was the cutscene of her dying. Okay. Bionic Hedgehog. Oh, I have to hit the bells. So there's a that big circular building up there, right there, that has a gate that is blocking off the entrance to the final level. In order to open it, we gotta hit these 3 bells scattered throughout Soliana. Oops, pardon me, excuse me. And this is the final version of Soliana. If you finish the game and reopen the game, you're going to be in this version of Soliana. And it has all these springs scattered about, which is kind of unfortunate, because just like viewing Soliana as a proper place instead of a Sonic level, I think is really cool. And you can't really do that once you complete the game. Not that I'm opposed to replaying the game just to see Soliana in a different state again, but it is very strange. Oh my god, it's just like Dark Souls. You gotta be careful with the air dash because it does send you careening directly downward after you use it. That's another instance of like jank, but that you can learn, you know? You do have to hurry and hit all 3. That should have been fast enough. I guess I will see if the gate is open or not. The gate is indeed open. This is such a good level. I love this level so much. Almost forgot my buttons. Because you never, ever, ever use the slide kick in this game, except for that one moment. Okay, gotta get all the cool routes and stuff. This was a really fun level to S-rank. One of my favorite S-ranks to get. Because there are so many different like routes and ways to get through this level that I had to learn to do it. And this level is a lot more based on execution than it is on exploration, like a lot of the other levels. But I do think it's done in a way that doesn't feel particularly different from other levels. Like finding this upper path here, it's, you know, it's with invisible enemies. So you do still need to like explore and pay attention and observe to actually get the alternate paths and stuff. But you do also have to focus a lot on execution to get through these areas. Yeah, if we use the bounce here, we can hit these enemies more than once in one homing attack and deal a lot more damage, which makes the bounce easily the most powerful attack in the game. Even more so than a lot of Shadow's attacks, who is entirely based on combat, aside from like Chaos. Is it Chaos Burst? I don't remember what it's called, actually. I think Chaos Burst is what it's called in Shadow the Hedgehog. I don't know. Okay, guess I'm not killing that one. I have to kill this one. Okay. This is one of the worst parts of the level, just because it's a very strange gimmick that kind of breaks the pace of the level. I don't hate it. I think it's like a nice break in pace, but I think the other characters did the break in pace significantly better, because we do have to play as Tails and Knuckles both in this level. Chaos Blast and Chaos Control, yeah, that's the Shadow the Hedgehog names, right? I don't know, it might be Chaos Burst in this one. Oh god. No! No! That's unfortunate. We're still in the first section of the level, though.
Any minute. Tails, Knuckles, let's hurry.
So I can still get an S rank on my first try. Yeah, that...
Yes.
Okay, that one was just
Will take off any
insane skill issue.
Knuckles, let's hurry.
So one glitch that I've kind of noticed, in the UI in the bottom right, you don't see that the blue gem is equipped, but my shoes do have it on, and I can use it. So I do have it equipped, but it just doesn't show in the UI sometimes for some reason. But if I recycle it, if I go through the gems again, you can actually see it equipped in the menu on the bottom right. Oh, I missed the cool route. This is unfortunate. Hello, Evan. Peak 06, indeed. Sonic O Peak. Someone named Jesus in the credits of Sonic Adventure 2. It's probably Jesus, admittedly. But Jesus worked on Sonic Adventure 2. I like that a lot more. I don't know if you need to do that. If you need to homing attack off those enemies to get enough height to homing attack that last one, I don't think you can. Sonic Peacock? True. Origin of Jesus the Hedgehog. Some, like, random Sonic Adventure 2 dev team member is like, wait a second. If the fans are doing it, I can too. And then you can be like, you know, actually, I worked on this game. Oops. There we go. That was much faster. Okay, gonna be a little careful this time. Yeah, that's literally what I just said, Tails. Okay, go. Oh my god. Okay, everything's fine. I should be able to make this. Nice. Oh my god, it went up. Sonic as Jesus Christ, just Sonic as some guy named Jesus. It's not Sonic as some guy named Jesus. It is someone's Sonic Sona. Which is like a Fursona, but as a Sonic character. With like the same Sonic proportions and stuff. Oops. I actually really like tail section in this level because, especially in the hard mode, getting the S rank is... Those are fake rings. I got duped. Oh my god. Because getting the S rank requires actually flying well and using the bombs correctly. It's very much more true in the hard mode. It's not super present here, as you can see me being extremely not careful and skipping a good portion of the level. But in the hard mode, you do actually have to like be careful and aim properly and destroy a lot of the robots and stuff, especially in this section. Like killing all the robots or the mechs in this section is very difficult while going fast because you have to hit them in midair like that. Did that do it? I think so. Did it not? What? Oh, one of them is still alive. You don't have to like fly over them to hit them. You can throw ring bombs at them, but that's a lot more dangerous. It is arguably a lot easier to do though, because aiming in midair is very difficult. In Project 06 and Legacy of Solaris, I believe the ring bombs actually home, which is not very fun. I really like being forced to manually aim them just by knowing where they're gonna go when I throw them, you know? Hedgehog as our raspberry bush. Brew. Sonic an allegory for the Christ, probably. So we can hit these things to just kill the robots, which I think is really cool. It's like, oh no, a huge combat section, but if you know the gimmick of the level, you can just bypass it entirely. I need to figure out which door opened. This one. Homing attack chain without enemies? That's crazy. Okay, now we're in the second section of the level. So if I do die here, bye-bye to S rank. It's extremely easy to get the S rank without worrying about time in this level. But you can also get some pretty insane scores in this level if you're fast enough, which I think is super fun. Speaking of being fast enough, being fast in this level is more just, oops, being careful, or in this part is just being careful to not die. There we go. Oops, immense skill issue. The music in this game, this is my favorite soundtrack of any game ever, let alone of a Sonic game. I love this soundtrack so much, and this is one of my favorite songs from this soundtrack. Both the songs in this level. Wave Ocean is also up there, which if you were here at the beginning of the stream, I used it in the stream starting soon screen as well. Because I just love this, like this entire soundtrack is so good, and Wave Ocean is one of my favorites. Okay, this is the Knuckles section. And it's extremely easy, even when trying to get an S rank. Sonic Hedgehog, indeed. Yeah, this is also a really long level, but it feels better than specifically Kingdom Valley being long, because this is like the final level, you know, this is it. There we go. Gotta make sure to not die here. Oh, you have to like actually be kind of high for this one. Oops, don't break dance, Sonic. Oh my god. Here we go. Find a little combat section for this level. Oh my god. If I could remember how the homing attack works. The way the homing attack works in this game is actually really nice. It goes exactly where you're pointing the control stick and will target enemies in that direction. And if there are no enemies in that direction, but there are enemies in a different direction, you'll just air dash in the direction that your joystick is pointing. So it prioritizes that over enemies, which I think is really good. A lot of Sonic games will prioritize enemies near you rather than where your joystick is aiming, which is very annoying sometimes. As you can see, I almost have 50k from the score alone, let alone ring bonus and time bonus. So getting an S rank in this level is not particularly difficult as long as you don't die. But yeah, there's the S rank already. And we're not even at the end of the level yet. You can also like speed through a lot of this and not worry about killing all these enemies and get a lot more time bonus, which is, again, one thing that I really like about this game, but I think it feels good to kill a lot of these enemies. There you go. And there's the end. And we just have the final boss. Or well, the final boss of Sonic's story. The final story in this game is very strange, because you play through a lot of different sections of a lot of different levels as random characters, and I think it works really well. I think it's really fun. But it's also, like, weirdly hard compared to the rest of the game. And it's also very long. It's like the final fight of Sonic Adventure 2, where you have to go through a level as all the different characters, right? Which makes it very difficult to not die through that whole thing and get an S rank, you know? I don't... not people, they're mechs. I have not killed a single person through this entire stream. From Dark Souls. Okay. Don't mind me reading chat instead of paying attention to the video game. Just like Dark Souls. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, the Dark Souls 1 boss, Egg Wyvern. This is why I only stream Dark Souls 1, because if I stream other games, I just perform horribly. Wow, whiffing in the YouTube chat. Betrayed the whole Twitch chat. So now we need to crash into one of these. Gotta do that a couple more times, and then the fight changes. Now we break some of our platforms, but for these first two, it does not matter at all.
Get away from the target. He's going to take out the entire foothold.
There are specifically footholds on the edge that you never use, that are specifically there to demonstrate that he's going to destroy the platforms. It's kind of crazy. He can fly into the things that you have to crash him into to damage him and just be completely fine. Twitch chat has been betrayed. It's truly tragic. Like 2 whole people. Okay. It's a little chaotic, which I think is kind of the point. Like, what the? There are no things to run into. There's one. Okay, never mind. Which is kind of the point. You're not supposed to be able to control this very well. Like, it's fighting you. There we go. But it is very annoying sometimes. I think we gotta do that one more time before the structure of the fight changes a bit. Union betrayal is intolerable. But in this instance, because I prefer YouTube chat, I'm not going to complain. Whoa, he attacks in this part now. Okay. Hopefully I can get most of the rings. Okay, I got all of them back. Everything's fine. Just need to be more careful about that attack next time. Guess I forgot he attacked there. Good for you, Eggman. Let's see if I can get this one. Nice. Okay, we don't have to do the riding anymore, I don't think. Yeah, no. He always destroys the same ones in every fight. So as long as you, like, don't stand on those, that's fine. Yeah, he does love wyverns. I mean, who wouldn't? Really. They're cool. No, I got hit. See if you can make it through this. Alright, yeah, this is extremely easy to avoid. Come get me, Sonic. Ice cream is pretty good. That sounds good. I don't think he destroys the middle platform, actually. I think we can just stand here and be fine. Whoa. Damn it, no. Okay, that camera swing almost killed me. I think we can get an S rank primarily from time bonus. But... to go over here. See if you can make it through this, Sonic. It's like the same thing as a Sonic Adventure fight. I don't think he actually tries to slam into you at the end of the fight, though. Like he does in Sonic Adventure. Whoa, damn it. Okay. I've avoided that perfectly many times, but I just can't do it here. Okay. It's kind of crazy that they used the Sonic 06 Eggman theme in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I don't know why I didn't recognize it when I watched the movie. I could not remember where it was from, but it's one of my favorite Eggman themes.
Sonic, watch out. He's still trying.
Maybe he does try to dive bomb you? I don't remember. I think he just charges you. Like every other time he does it. I have died here, which was extremely disappointing. But there we go. No way. I can't believe this. Eggman straight up fucking dies and it's played off comically. I love it. And an S rank as well. Nice and easy.
That was incredible.
Alright, I'm gonna go back to Flame Core and try to get the S rank there and Kingdom Valley as well. Eggman is dead. And fortunately, we don't get the cool supersonic boss fight yet. That was at the end. That's at the end of all 3 stories. That was incredible.
Aren't you worried?
If you have time to worry, then none.
The quote that cutscene is from is my favorite. The cutscene that quote is from is my favorite cutscene in the game, and it's so corny because he just like Elise is like, I don't remember what she says, but she's like worried about whatever, and he grabs her hand and just runs away, and then she like starts freaking out like, oh, I've never run that fast. I didn't think I could keep up. It's like, if you have time to worry, then run. But it's like, it's so cheesy, but it's so good. If you just take Sonic seriously, it's so good. I love these games. Like Black Knight, it's so it's so campy. But I love it so much.
Gotta be careful not to fall off here.
Whoa, that almost hit me. Like that part where Knuckles is like actually about to commit seppuku, not as a bit, like actual seppuku, stabbing himself with a sword. And Sonic's like, what's with all this drama? It's so good. I did miss this path, which actually probably would have gotten me S rank. Oh. If I had done it in the first run of this level, but you know, it's fine. Not like I'm complaining about playing my favorite Sonic game more. I am mildly complaining that it has to be my least favorite level, but that's okay. I do still really like this level. Yeah, I have been dishonored. Now I must end my life. I do not deserve to live anymore. What's with all this drama? Bubble impression? I'm excited to see it. Or hear it, I guess. Gonna equip the blue gem for later. If I could, like, just get past these first 10 seconds of the level, I think I would, I think I'd be happy. God, I played this section so many times, you'd think I'd be able to do it consistently by now. Like I said, I have S ranked every level. I've also gotten every single silver medal in Sonic Story. Why did that? I was holding too far to the right. Yeah, the music is really, really good. The music is insanely good in this game. I didn't fail this the first time. I know how to play this game. I think. You stand alone in the Twitch chat, indeed. The sole defender of Twitch chat's honor. Okay. In theory. Okay, yeah, that's probably more consistent. That's not. I'm gonna cry. Okay, well. I don't need it anyway. As long as I don't get hit right at the end, I'm still gonna... I can't believe I missed that. I mean, can I get back up there? Oh. Oh well, it's fine. Apparently, I'm not good at Sonic 06. I went too high, and he hit the ceiling, and just, like, died. Which, admittedly, is intended behavior. But... he does almost always fall if you take the center part of that wall run as well, but which is why I avoided it, but I overcorrected. Can't wait for the that was incredible at the end of this stage. Ideally, I won't need that one up, but if I reset again, I will. I'm kind of surprised you can make that homing attack. That feels really far. The homing attack is not super far in this game. And controlling your air dashes is also really important to, like, going fast in this game. Which can be really difficult if you're not expecting it to send you straight downward, you know? Yeah, the bounce bracelet makes the combat in this game so much faster and feels so much better. At least in Sonic's story. No other characters get it, unfortunately, but... yeah, unfortunately, Shadow has to deal with, like, spin kicks and stuff for his DPS. Whoa, cool! Yeah, controlling that air dash onto that platform is also really difficult. That one has made me fall into the lava more times than I would like to admit. Ow. This is the part that I have the blue gem for, specifically. Because if you don't use the blue gem, it's a lot more likely you get hit like that. I like this part of the level's music significantly more. A lot more chill. A lot more laid back, but I like it a lot. Does this give you points? It gives you 1,000 points. That's as much as I went up. Yeah, oh my god, thank god I got the blue gem. That was really close. I almost got hit there. It really did pay off, yeah. I mean, to be fair, it is less likely you get hit with the blue gem. It's just not impossible. I think I've been hit while using the blue gem twice ever, and all but twice ever, including during the stream without using the blue gem. So... I pressed the jump button, I swear! That's unfortunate. Out at last! Meanwhile, we were in there for like 10 seconds. I guess he is fast, so it makes sense he's impatient. Never mind. That makes sense for his character.
I'll take care of it.
Thanks, Knuckles. I hate playing as you. Probably my least favorite character to play in this game.
Your way will become clear.
I don't know, maybe not my least favorite. That's probably Rouge. But he's up there. Okay. I don't know, I don't hate playing as him. It just feels... the areas that he's in, the sections, his levels, are just not super fun. And he's very janky. Like, significantly more janky than Sonic is. Which generally, like I said, doesn't really bother me that much, but it's a lot more noticeable with... The camera was backwards. That's never happened before. It's a lot more noticeable with Knuckles, I think, because of how he plays and everything. At the end of the level here. Make sure I keep the rings that I get here. Oh, okay. If I could face the correct direction when lightspeed dashing. Hold on. Whoa! Gotta be a little bit careful to not hit the... There we go. Perfect. That should be an S. Yeah, barely. Good thing I did not get hit and lose my rings there. We gotta do that for Kingdom Valley. Then I'll have S ranked all the levels. I don't know if I'm gonna worry about S ranking all the Silver and Shadow levels, to be honest. At least not on stream. I will for the video that I'm making on this game, because I want it to be like a full, comprehensive breakdown of the whole game and what I love about it. But for these streams specifically, I just love the Sonic levels most. So So I'm happy to spend a little bit more time to do this. No. I missed the eagle. Okay. Whoa. I was not close enough to the enemies, because you do home onto rails in this game, as well as enemies. So if you're closer to a rail than an enemy, it will prioritize the rail, which can be frustrating sometimes. Which is probably one of the most annoying things about how the homing attack functions in this game. Not that you can home onto rails, but that it prioritizes the rail if you're closer. Like, it makes sense, but it's very annoying to deal with sometimes when you specifically want to homing attack an enemy over a rail, and that primarily comes up as an issue in this level exclusively. So you don't really have time to learn how to deal with it. Okay. I feel like I'm doing a lot better than I was in Flame Core, at least. Wait, what is this route? I've never gone this way. This is scary. I've never done that before. Hello, Nevin. Welcome. Quest to find a bus in the night. I assume you were successful in that quest. I hope you were. Okay. Silver section.
I'll go on ahead.
I don't know. I like silver, but in the middle of a Sonic level doesn't feel great sometimes. As much, I don't know. There are ways you can bypass it. Like, obviously I've showed that off earlier. The ways that you can pretty easily bypass silver's slowness by just like skipping half of this area, but I don't know how intended a lot of that is, you know? And that, I don't know. I want to defend this game, but I also feel like I have to take into account the fact that it is unfinished and buggy, and also kind of defend that, because that is part of why I like this game. I really enjoy the jank and having to deal with it and learn it, and how you can take advantage of it, as much as I also do just like the straight up level design of this game. Come on, give me the... You wouldn't let me hold the enemy, come on. There we go. Silver the Twincog. I'm sure there's a funnier thing to call them, but I don't know what it is. Number one jank fan. Yeah. I don't know. I like a lot of Dark Souls' jank as well. I think it can make the game a lot more fun in a lot of ways. Go. Give. Thank you. Kill him for a few extra points since I'm skipping so much more of this part of the stage. You can't actually skip that in Project 06 or Legacy of Solaris. They put invisible wall there. Actually, it might be only Legacy of Solaris. It's been a long time since I played Project 06 because I played it through once. And then I like went back to some of the levels that I really liked to like really figure out why I didn't enjoy it, and I just never went back to it. I also don't know if I should mention Project 06 in my 6-hour Sonic 06 video. I make it a 7-hour Sonic 06 video, or if I should make make Project 06 its own video, like just going over why I don't particularly like it. But I don't know. I feel like it would be missing something to not put it in the Sonic 06 video. But I also kind of feel like it deserves its own video for what it is and how it's impacted a lot of people's view of Sonic 06 and how people realize that the game could have been good if they just put more time into it, but also it is good for a lot of the things that they did put time into. So. Oh, that's unfortunate. That I live at 6 hours? True. Rooftop running? True. I am. That is exactly what's happening. That's true. Now, if only the 360 version of Unleashed had a good rooftop run. But instead, the Wii version carries it. The best thing about Rooftop Run is the music, and I don't even like the music that much if I'm being honest. It's still good. Like, it's a Tomoyo Otani track. It's hard for that to be bad, but Unleashed is not my favorite work of his. Did Otani do 06? I'm actually not sure. I have no idea who did the soundtrack for 06. Rooftop Run, indeed. Ooh, that's what it's called when I play it.
Careful not to fall off here.
Generations Rooftop Run is better. The music is better. I don't think I don't know, I've listened to it a lot because I have played Generations a lot, but I don't remember it, to be honest. I don't usually pay attention to the music in most Sonic games. This game is just like, the music is so standout. It's all like Rush in that way, actually. It's hard to not pay attention to the music in Rush, and it's hard to not pay attention to the music here as well. But I don't really get that with like Unleashed or Generations. As good as the music is, you know. I do get that with SA2, primarily because of like Steady Escape or whatever. Stream is lagging a lot. That's unfortunate. But I love the internet. I think taking the time that it's falling over to kill other enemies is probably the best use of my time there, but still very annoying that it falls over. I wish it took less time. I wish you were able to damage the core while it was falling over so that actually knocking it over would be the fastest way to take it out. I'm gonna play a little bit cautiously because I should have more than enough points as long as I don't get hit too much, or at all, preferably. Yeah, this is one of the easier Mach speed sections to do hit this. I'm not gonna light speed dash or anything to save time, because I don't need to. That was very scary, and I didn't even get the bonus for it. That was not worth it at all. Okay. Here we go. Jesus Hedgehog. Jesus the Hedgehog. Who knew that his Sonic Sona made it in the game? That's crazy. Pretty bad time bonus, but that's still a S rank.
That was incredible.
Nice. That is S rank for all of Sonic's levels. Okay, I'm gonna go pee real quick, and then I don't know if I should play Silver's or Shadow Story next. What do we think? Duplicated the rings and the chili dogs. He can duplicate rings? Oh, right, 'cause Jesus the Hedgehog. True. Shadow? But Silver is so much more interesting. Oh my god, unfortunately the YouTube probably wouldn't like that happening. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, I am back. He did what to Eggman's wife? I am shocked YouTube let that through. Unless, actually, the program I'm using is live chat instead of top chat. Dreams of an Absolution or All Hail Shadow. I don't know, the only vote we've gotten so far is for Shadow. So we're kind of leaning towards Shadow. Admittedly, I will be able to get through a lot more of Shadow's story than I will of Silver's, because Silver's levels are a lot longer. But I guess it does make sense to do Shadow's story. We start on White Acropolis. Oh my god, hold on. Gotta refresh the graphics buffer. Without the snowboard, which does kind of suck and makes this part of the level very boring. But there are a lot more enemies and it's a lot shorter, so... Yeah, the thing about Shadow's story is that his homing attacks are a lot slower. So even though he does have like the multiple attack thing, his combat is still slower than Sonic's, especially once he gets the dash bracelet, which I don't think feels super great. This is just normal 06. I don't like Project 06. Canonically, an anxious bean. He is pretty anxious. He gets insecure when he's alone. That is a direct quote from Blaze, by the way. I hope Silver's okay. He gets insecure when he's alone. But he is also... I don't know. His voice makes him seem a lot more, like, anxious than he actually is. Because his whole thing is going back in time to kill someone. Because he thinks that the person he's trying to kill obliterated his world, right? And he's trying to stop that from happening. So, if anything, he's one of the bravest Sonic characters. Seems like a giant prick. He is sometimes. He says Iblis trigger like a slur, which I think is really funny. Oh my goodness. What? That's crazy, Eth. Me too. What? Why would you say that? Rouge sticks to walls a lot more than Knuckles. Trying to jump off them doesn't always work.
You don't want to get caught in the search though. You're going to have to use bombs.
You can throw bombs just like with Tails. You can glide. This Rouge is like a mix between Knuckles and Tails. Hit some with his chest hair. That's true. That's exactly what happens. Yeah. Rouge, that's her name. I almost said Blaze. Rouge is also very combat capable because if you charge the bomb throw, you just throw a ton of them. Which does a lot of damage. You kind of have to be on an upward slope that isn't below an overhang to be able to get over slopes like that consistent, or to be able to get off the wall consistently. Rug bat. This part is weird. There's no goal ring. The only way to finish this level is by using this vehicle to destroy the spotlights, which is not hard when you know where they're all at. It doesn't take very long. I love that the ramp damages the vehicle. I think that's really funny. I don't know if this is the fastest route through here. I do know this level fairly well from Sonic's story, this section especially, but it's a request from the president. But I don't know if like specifically getting these searchlights is faster with this route. I hit that one from there, which is huge, huge time save. Speedrun. Gotta hit this one. And I might be able to hit this one from here. I'm not actually sure. Halo CE, unfortunately, this controls much better than the Warthog. Hey, that's crazy. That should be all there. The level should end any second now. There it is. The ramp itself doesn't damage the car, but the car gets damaged when it hits the ground. That's not even an S. Okay, probably because I didn't kill anything in Rouge's section, actually. Unfortunately, I kind of hate how the Warthog controls in any Halo game. Yeah, they do feel really good. But they could feel better with better controls, you know? Egg Cerberus. So this is exactly the same as the other Egg Cerberus, right? Like exactly the same. But you have to crash into the doors to do the double damage instead of the statues. Also, I don't know about the S rank. Wow, he's really far away. Okay.
Make him crash into something.
I'm trying. Wait, that wasn't double damage? Is it not the doors? I thought I could have swore. The Werehog? Yeah, the Werehog in Halo Combat Evolved. Yeah, I don't really care about getting S rank here, if I'm being honest. Just because it's exactly the same as Sonic's Egg Cerberus. I don't think the stoplight or spotlights matter at all either.
Armor's gone. Now it's my turn.
The new Shadow voice actor, I feel like I feel like it works really well in Shadow Generations, but it works awful for fan animations, and I hate it. Because fan animations are so great, but the new Shadow voice actor just does not work without any fan animates Shadow. It makes me sad. And just for that reason, I do kind of prefer the old Shadow voice actor. I don't remember who it was. Was it just... I don't know. I don't pay attention to voice actors. Egg Cerberus and Monster Hunter? True. They should do a Sonic collab with when they do the 06 remake and then ruin 06 by remaking it terribly, like Project 06. I would love a faithful remake that like actually put it time into doing 06 justice, but I feel like if they were to remake it, it would just not go well, especially with how they treated Kingdom Valley and Shadow Generations. You can land back on it from that? That's crazy. I had no idea. I'm awesome, I guess. There we go. Oh, that's an S. I did not expect that to be an S at all.
Perfect.
So Shadow goes through a lot of very similar levels that, like, obviously we saw with White Acropolis. Like, it's the exact same level geometry, just used differently. And that's a theme that's carried through the entire story. But there are some completely different sections of levels and stuff. Don't worry about that debug menu that I accidentally opened. I went to refresh the graphics buffer and press the wrong button. Prepare to load edition. True. This is the... I don't know, I guess the most analogous would be the remaster. But unfortunately, it is not a remaster. Can I buy anything yet? I don't remember. I can. Light dash. What did he say? I don't remember what I'm supposed to do, I'm gonna be honest. I think we go over here. It's been a while since I played. Oh, it's... I think it is over here. Because you need to buy the Lightspeed Dash really early on so that you can get over this gap specifically. Yeah. There you go. I think we need to go to Kingdom Valley. His rollerblades, yeah. The best part of Shadow is his rollerblades. Do we have to do the Chaos Burst tutorial here? I actually don't remember. Is it called Chaos Burst? I don't even remember what the thing is called. I feel like I should at this point. Who up bursting their chaos right now? Shadow and Silver both use the crystals, like the blue crystal things that I got during Sonic Story. Sonic does not at all. He was supposed to, but that didn't happen. I believe I just jump in the air and press this button. Oh. Oh my god. Press this button. No. What button do I press? Is it this button? It is this button. Okay. That's the right trigger. I just homing attack? Okay. There we go. In King Valley. Oh right, Xenia starts us on top of the vehicle. That is not vanilla. On Xbox that'll start you actually flying. How do you... Did you like go spread eagle and splay directly into someone's car? That is unfortunate. I love rollerblades. Rollerblading is super fun. I used to be fairly decent at it. Not like doing tricks or whatever, but you know, never falling over. Good at rollerblading. I I went on Twitch the other day to like see if anyone was playing this game, and somebody with a bear persona was streaming this game in the original in the category of Project 06. And they were on this part of this level. They had just started Shadow Story because in Sonic Story, when they got to White Acropolis, the graphics were all messed up and they didn't know you could refresh the graphics buffer on Xenia. And I was watching them struggle to find the keys for a while. I didn't remember where any of them were, so I couldn't like help them even if I wanted to. But I also probably wouldn't have backseat gamed. I think there's a... Oh my god, I forgot. Playing Rouge, I need to figure out how to get off the wall. Get off! I swear. Rouge is probably the glitchiest character in this game. I'm mashing the jump button, by the way, to get off. Hello? It's usually not this bad. Normally you can just jump a few times and she'll fall. Hello? Oh my god. I'm not defending this. Just to be clear, I love this game. It's very janky. That is a pretty good Rouge impression. Let me off! That's not the button I meant to press. Come on. It's usually not this bad, I swear. Sometimes, if you do it right, you can actually clip through the ceiling here by doing this. Oh my god, that let me off! Ah, I'm a genius. Okay, so now we know how to get off walls if we ever need to. There's a window somewhere around here that we can break. This one. There we go. I got off eventually, everything's fine. This is the kind of jank I never learned to play around, because you play Rouge like twice in this game, I think. I don't know. You don't play Rouge very often. I think you play Omega more than Rouge, actually, in Shadow Story. Okay, there's one. Can we open this? I don't think so. Yeah, no. One of 3 keys. I've already been over there. I think there's one in here. Yeah. The mid-air throw, I think, is her fastest attack, because otherwise you have to, like, aim. Friend me. The alpha in this section. What exactly does that mean? In what section? Rouge might be my least favorite character to play, actually, because her attacks are all incredibly slow. And she's just kind of tedious to play. Bonk. The Omega one? Oh, I don't know. I guess Shadow. It's right here. Hidden? I wouldn't call this hidden. Go. I think that immediately ends the roof section. Yep. Like the radical left? No, like radical highway. Jeez. It's entirely possible that I get hit by a pillar and go flying under the water and just die instantly, by the way. That does happen quite frequently in this part of the stage. When you know to look out for it, it's not that bad. But like when it happens out of nowhere, it's pretty scary. Yeah, like that one. If you're just going forward, that one's probably gonna fall on you. That one too, on my left. I just gotta be, oh my god, a little careful about it. If you get flipped over, you also instantly die. I think this part of Kingdom Valley is like... That was terrifying. My whole life flashed before my eyes. It's actually pretty faithfully recreated. In... Leftist highway. In Shadow Generations, this specific, like that part in the water. It's very similar, from what I remember at least. What do I do here? Do I not go this way? Oh. Wait, what? I'm so confused. Hello? Okay, so yeah, you do go this way, I'm sure. Oh, the eagle. Okay. I'm just blind, that's fine. Yeah, Shadow having guns and that like being his thing is pretty great. Especially in like the adventure style games. Except Heroes. I don't know, with Adventure 2, in Adventure 2 and Heroes, he's kind of just Sonic, but in the games where he's specifically set apart from Sonic, his main difference is just that he has guns, and I love it. More combat heavy, I guess. I need to reset the graphics buffer as soon as I land. Here we go. Yeah, not very eagle-eyed indeed. Truly. I believe Chaos Spear will stun, and then I can just obliterate like that. You, like, learn how to deal with enemies as different characters, to the point where Shadow is, like, almost as combat capable as Sonic, but he's never quite there, which is really unfortunate considering he's supposed to be the combat-focused character. Or at least his story is the combat-focused story. Oh, you do more damage when they're stunned, too. I didn't know that. But I don't care about the S-Rank. That is unfortunate, though. Ah! I got jump scared. I do not homing attack off of that one. That's unlearned. Or air dash, I suppose. Hey, Sonic 06 is good. I love this game. Just because I died because I air dashed directly into the water. Because I wasn't paying attention. Gin and Tonic 06. Yeah, I do like a good gin and tonic. Gin and tonic is really nice. Very nice drink. Just like how this is a very nice Sonic. Oh god. Admittedly, I am far less of a staunch defender of Shadow Story than I am Sonic's, but just making a name, not being me. I don't know, I feel like if you put shit in the name of something, that is immediately me. Don't worry, I'm not gonna like be mad at you because you don't like the video game. Why would Kara make Chris hate Sonic 06? Why would Chris make the player misgender them? I think that's one of my favorite things about this game. The mock speed sections force you to, like, understand how Sonic controls and take as much advantage of that as you can, despite being extremely difficult to get the hang of. I love how the game, like, forces you to, like, really learn how to play the game and understand level layouts and understand that you can't control Sonic as well as you might want to in certain sections, and how the game specifically designs its levels around that. Whoa. So I am a Mach speed section not being able to turn while jumping apologist, at least.
We're getting close to the extraction point.
I think this is the final little spot in this level. I also don't like how long Shadow's levels are. That's one of the, in my opinion, one of the worst things about Shadow Story. You're supposed to not use your jump in situations where you want that speed, though. What is this? What's the point of this? What? Why? Why can you do that? Oh, in case you run past them. I see. Very interesting. I don't know. You're supposed to use your moves, even ones that feel detrimental in a lot of instances, in situations where they're specifically not detrimental. And if when you use an ability, it feels bad to use it, you probably shouldn't be using that ability there in the first place, right? So, I don't know. I don't think that's a flaw in the game, necessarily. I don't remember what level is next. Is it Dusty Desert already? Bado the Hedgehog. True. Oh, okay. That is awesome, actually. You cannot rail grind on the car. This is tragic. Oh, the movie. Sonic 3. Okay. Whoa. The car has been obliterated. That's really cool, actually. I had no idea. If you could start grinding on the rails with a car, this would be the best Sonic game just for that. Pardon me? Turn Sonic into a car platformer. Car platformers are such an underrated genre. I need more car platformers in my life. Already played Yellow Taxi, Car Quest, Park Up Car, Trackmania. I need more car platformers. Car Quest Sonic. Opening level of Shadow and vibes. I don't know. I feel like Wide Acropolis is better in that way. For specifically 06's version of Shadow, like with how he's presented in 06, I think Wide Acropolis does work better. Because it's like very much begrudgingly secret agent for a gun. The car has limbs? I have. I made a video on that. It's I actually got early access to that game. What the Car, I think it's called. But yeah, if this was like Shadow 05, if he acted the same as he does in 05, I would say that, yeah, this is very opening level vibes for sure. Very engaging rail grinding. I think what I like about this game, a lot of people complain about automation in Sonic games, right? And while some Sonic games that don't have automation use that very, very much to their advantage and are really, really good, like, you know, Unleashed, this game has a lot of automation with like rails and dash pads, but generally the optimal route is to either bypass the automation entirely or to jump out of the automation at some point or whatever, right? And I think that is a much, much more interesting way to do it, because that just makes it so much more engaging and fun to interact with the automation, even if you would prefer to be doing things yourself. Because chances are you're going to be able to do something yourself in a second, even if you're not actively, you know? Oh my god. Crisis City. Monster Hunter character into to be honest creature. I was thinking autism creature, but I don't think that's the same thing. Sonic Unleashed mentioned, indeed. It's not my fault, it's the better version of the game. I have so many Sonic hot takes. I should... no, please! That's unfortunate. Sonic unwashed. A lot of people would prefer that. I have a lot of Sonic hot takes, and I want to make a video comprised exclusively of my Sonic hot takes, such as Sonic 06 and Sonic and the Black Knight are the two of the best Sonic games, full stop, and really explore the ethos of Sonic in a way that no other Sonic games does, or that Sonic Colors DS is the better version of Sonic Colors, or Sonic Unleashed is the better version of Sonic Unleashed, or the Tornado naming conventions are stupid. Slot Hakes, indeed. Yeah, I don't know. I think that'd be a really fun video to just like defend my crazy takes that nobody else agrees with. You can make it to that. I didn't think you could. That's crazy. Okay. The level design coming through even in my least favorite story. It really does just feel like a worse version of Sonic's story. Actually, in the same way that Team Dark just feels like kind of a worse version of Team Sonic in Sonic Heroes. Sonic Heroes is so awesome too. There's so many good Sonic games that people don't think are good. There's so many good Sonic games, or bad Sonic games, that people think are good. I don't know. There are very few Sonic games I would say I actually consider bad. This section, by the way, is why I haven't done part 2 of the Sonic 06's Blaze video, because I want to do this section as Blaze. I'm nearly positive it's possible. It's just you have to land on a platform, grab your rings, before it falls off, because they all deal damage. Every single platform here deals damage. And then you need to jump to the next platform, grab your ring again before it falls off. Jump to the next platform, all while taking damage this whole time. And I'm like 90% sure it's possible, but I've never been able to do it. This is a new section of Crisis City. You actually do play this section in Silver's version of this level, though. So this isn't exclusive to Shadow. I also don't super love Crisis City in Generations. I feel like Wave Ocean would have been better. I don't know, I feel like a lot of levels actually would have been better. Kingdom Valley, obviously, they used in Shadow Generations. And I think Kingdom Valley would have been better for original Generations, too. But, I don't know. I would have preferred a lot of levels in this game over Crisis City, even if Crisis City might have been, like, the most iconic. Because Wave Ocean is just so much better of a level, in my opinion. I don't know, maybe it's a good thing they didn't remix Wave Ocean, actually. That's not good. Go, go, go! Jump! Everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. Where do I go from here? What? Maybe I have to go through this rainbow ring. I don't think I have to go through the rainbow ring, but that's probably better now that I don't have the car anyway. Oh, Rouge is hot. I just saw that. I agree completely. Yoshi Jump Car Edition. The flutter jump. There we go. You know, I kind of forgot that Chaos Burst exists. I should probably use that more. Chaos... I don't remember what it's called. Whatever it's called. The Chaos ability that you have in this game. Probably. Okay, you don't have to dodge anything there. That's kind of crazy. I thought you did.
How big is this fire?
Pretty big. Very cool set piece. Oh, admittedly, it's probably overstaying its welcome a little bit. I like Sonic's implementation of the fire tornado a little bit better, where you have to run away from it instead of spiraling around it. Yeah. That is pretty funny. Considering it's right in front of him. He can, in fact, see big the fire is. See how big the fire is. Talking is my whole job, and I'm bad at it. That's crazy. Yeah, I haven't played... If it's not obvious, I haven't played Shadow's levels nearly as much as I played Sonic's. But I played Sonics a lot, so I feel like it'd be kind of hard to match that. This is actually really similar to part of the level, like at the very first section, actually, huh? Ooh. How big are the fires? I could not answer that question, unfortunately. It's an S? Wow. I did not expect that to be an S. That was awful performance. The flames of disaster. Iblis trigger. Sorry. I have to say that like a slur because it's funny. There's a truck backing up outside. There's a lot of beeping. I'll have to fight Iblis again soon. Darn it. Yeah, YouTube does that. It's very unfortunate. I don't know, Shadow. It might be. Okay. Yeah, it kind of sucks that they just copy-pasted Sonic's worst level into Shadow's story. So Shadow does go this direction in Sonic's story. I kind of assumed that Sonic's that the like blue crystal in this level for Sonic was a leftover of that path, but it's so different, and that leads me to believe that it was a backup path for if you fall down, but it's like obscured by everything, so it's almost impossible to know that the backup path, like when I fell into the lava in Sonic's story, is even there. So like I don't even know if I can assume it's for that, right? I don't know why that crystal is even there. That was unfortunate. Obama had that Chaos Emerald. That was a pretty good part. I agree. Wait, what? I figured out why the cage didn't open. It really wants me to use Chaos Burst here. Or whatever it's called. I'm just going to continue saying that every time I bring it up. Chaos Burst or whatever it's called. Even though it's actually completely unnecessary for all these enemies. Actually, if you do activate Chaos Burst, I can show it off soon. But you'll like teleport between enemies if you just hold the attack button. It's actually really cool. It's kind of detrimental for platforming sometimes, but for combat, it is very powerful. I think it's really funny that YouTube lets that through. Pardon me. Oh my god, you can just... Ah, no! I wasn't expecting to be able to air dash up there, so I wasn't prepared. Immense skill issue on my part, though, admittedly. You might be able to send YouTube links in the YouTube chat, but I'm not sure. Uh oh, that didn't homing attack. I thought it would. Walking on lava? Yeah. All the characters can do that though, so it's less special. I think Sonic is the only one who does actually walk on water in this game. I mean, technically all the characters can do it, because it's just treated like a normal wall, but Sonic is the only one who gets the opportunity to do it in the vanilla game. And Lost Islith. Oh, I guess I can show off Chaos Burst. Oh, come on. What? Yeah. So you can kind of just, like, hold the button and kill things. If you're vaguely close to enemies, they'll get obliterated. It censored the link. Okay, that does make sense, yeah. Unfortunate, but understandable. Yeah, not incredibly useful for little sections of mostly normal enemies like that, but it's funny. I think required in a couple boss fights though. Oh my god! Shadow, you missed completely! In the cord. I do have a Discord. If you are not aware, there should be a link in the description. I don't remember if I put it there. If I remember to. If there's not, I think I also added a link to the Twitch. I don't remember. If I did not, it is on Solar Pellets, my main channel. That is really unfortunate that hit me in midair. I've never seen that happen. Yeah. That the Chaos Burst, whatever, is not super great for combat, clearly. The cord is in there? Good to know. You flash enemies and they get obliterated. I would also get obliterated if Shadow flashed me, to be fair. It's hedge titties. True. Okay, let's not get hit by fire there. And pray I don't get hit on the way in. Cool. I imagine Shadow teleporting in front of you and then flashing you. I mean, I say it a lot because I think it's funny. When I, like, very clearly mess up or really bad, and it's 100% my fault that something happens in the game, I'll say that's unfortunate, purely because I think it's funny. I do that with Dark Souls a lot, too. He flashes Sonic? That's true, he does. That's canon. I was there. Nice. I wasn't sure I'd be able to make that. What? Hello? I think Shadow Story feels the most unfinished. I don't know if it really is, but it definitely feels like it. Oops. Hi, Manu. What time is it? Okay. I'll probably finish the Iblis fight and then end the stream. And then we can do the rest of Shadow Story and hopefully Silver Story next time. Yeah, he's poly and bisexual. He's our king. Oh god, poly bisexual king. Ow. I do relate to that, that's true. Except the bisexual part. I'm not bisexual, but... apparently. I always hear the fan theory, or the headcanon, I guess, is a lot more of an accurate term, that Sonic is black. And, like, if it's... I've seen a lot of black people talking about it, like, on TikTok and whatever, and it really does fit really well.
Just leave everything to me.
Oh, it's Knuckles section, but worse. Bonk. Yeah, still probably my least favorite level in the game. I think there are fewer of these lights, though, which is very strange. That's awesome. Yeah, I've seen a lot of fan art of Sonic with, like, dreads and stuff, too. Oh, I guess there are the same amount. They're just in different spots. There we go. Alright, enjoy your pizza, Nevin. I hope you enjoy it. Oh god. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I liked Shadow Story. Just because, like, it feels fun to play, but it's also just like Sonic Story but worse because the combat is slower and then platforming is slower, and the level design is still there, but it's less taken advantage of because Shadow is so much slower. I don't know. I don't like Shadow Story that much, and I really wish I did. Oh my god. Bad time to start laughing. The fact that that sent twice makes it so much funnier. Twitch. Excuse me. Okay, I'm fine. I'm alive, probably.
I'll take care of this guy.
Alright, Shadow. I mean, Sonic kind of already did it, but whatever. I don't care about the S rank, but I am still gonna go for it.
I can't do anything from here. I need to find some way to draw him in.
You also, I guess, need to kill time while I'm waiting for him to spawn the platforms. Oh, that's bad. Okay, should be fine. Cool. Yeah, back at the best boss in the whole game. Look at that worm.
If something that big wrestles you, the soft footholds won't hold.
Me. Thankfully, we don't have to fight this boss in Silver Story. It's arguable that Silver's version of Iblis is significantly worse, though. Okay. Gotta avoid this. Oh, how's everyone's day been? How you feeling about Sonic 06 so far? Have I convinced you yet that it's the best Sonic game? I know this isn't a bad, or is it probably isn't a good time to be asking that during probably the worst story and the worst boss, but I mean, Sonic's story is really cool, and the level design is really good, and I think that that makes up for Shadow's shortcomings in a lot of ways. It is a very cool game. I really love this game. I don't know. I feel like if you like the adventure titles, you're gonna like this game. I would say that this is like the peak of the adventure titles, right? It takes what they do and elevates them to the highest we've ever seen them in terms of like the platforming challenges and abilities you get and the level design and the exploration on display. So, no Chow Garden or Metal Sonic. No, we're missing the most boring part of the entire game, and also Metal Sonic. I don't know. I wish I liked the Chow Garden. I tried. I really tried to get into it, but I never could. Oh, camera, hello. I really tried. You want to play it because he's cool. That's like his whole thing. Sonic is incredibly awesome. I'm actually not sure what's happening. Okay, it says. Everything Sonic does is because it's cool, you know? So, it's cool. Yosh. True. Yeah, no Chow Garden is pretty tragic, specifically because of that. You play Sonic specifically so you can talk to autistic girls who like Sonic about it. Genius. That is... What? Okay, there goes the S rank. That is actually, unironically, how I met the partner that I'm living with right now. Because we both liked Sonic and we were in a group chat and one of us mentioned Sonic and we were like, oh my god, I love Sonic. And we started talking. And then she moved to the other side of the country. Don't like when platformers aren't movement shooters. Movement shooters are cool, but they get kind of stale. I don't know. I feel like the most interesting kind of movement shooter is like Cloudburst. If you've never played Cloudburst, it's very, very heavy on the platforming, and the shooting part is to like, it's to specifically aid the platforming. It's not a main focus of the game, and I think that's really interesting. But when it's like, it's a shooter, and you also move. I don't know. Like Neon White is another example of a really, really interesting and fun movement shooter. I love Neon White. I haven't played that in a long time. I never finished it either. I got a few of the ace medals and then just kind of gave up. What is happening? Do I have to hit one of these again? I love that sound. It's probably not what they wanted it to sound like, but that sound scratches my brain so well.
Shadow, it's coming.
Thanks, Rouge. Okay.
He's dazed. Now, Shadow, now.
There we go. I'm coming, Iblis! Sorry. Yeah, not an S rank because we lost all the rings, but that's okay.
Need to stay focused.
I know Rouge is why I'm coming. Sorry. That might have been a bit too far. I don't know how Twitch's moderation is compared to YouTube's. Shadow the Hedgehog, indeed. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do Rouge's Tropical Jungle just so we can get into like a proper section of the game next run or next stream. Twitch doesn't care. Okay, good to know. Rouge's Tropical Jungle is really short if you know where to go. Just like Silver is actually. Silver's Tropical Jungle is one of the shortest levels in the game if you know where you're going. One of the smallest as well. Watching on YouTube. Most people are. The Twitch stream has 3 viewers. And I assume all of them are also watching on YouTube, so...
Don't want to fall in this water.
Okay. Oh my god! Rouge, please. Yeah, the only Twitch viewer left who is chatting is also in the YouTube stream. That was crazy. How did he die? What? Bonk. Bonk? Hello? Here we go. Ouch. Okay. I think, yeah, that's the entire level. Rouge navigates us much faster than Silver does. That's an S? Just from the time bonus? That's insane, actually. I didn't think that would be an S rank, because I didn't do anything.
Beautiful technique.
That's crazy. Alright. I don't know. I think it's interesting when games try to do something new, even if that new thing doesn't do super great, because if you just want like a pure version of a genre, you can play other games already, right? It's too fast, indeed. Just that cool. Yeah. That checks out.
Such.
Oh, the Mephiles boss fight.
Don't bother to try and deceive me. I
Oh,
know
excuse me.
who I am.
Okay, so we need to, in the bottom right, that blue meter. Gotta fill it up by killing these guys. Which, might take a little while. I think there's a faster way to do this. I don't know what it is. This feels like it's taking a lot longer than it usually does. No. How do you get these guys off you? I'm pretty sure there's a way. I must be doing something wrong. Okay. Oh, the humanity. True. Just like Dark Souls. Okay, yeah, when enough of them get on you. Also, Mephiles being your shadow in this fight actually looks so menacing. I love that a lot. Yeah, once a certain amount of them jump on you, it'll actually hurt you. The origin? I mean, it's obviously Mephiles. But I need Chaos Burst, don't I? Am I doing something wrong? Shadow. Invigorating indeed. Admittedly, it's not as bad as Iblis. Hey, come on. Okay. Ow. Oh, where'd he go? Tried to spirit bomb me. Shadow squared indeed. Oh, right, yeah. Now we have the Omega section of this. So Omega controls are really weird. He has like this targeting blast that can target onto a bunch of enemies at once if you hold the button. I think we need to wait for this specifically to actually damage Mephiles though. Get off me! Help! Okay. Omega also has like an infinite float mechanic. Or he has a floating mechanic that you can use to float infinitely if you use it correctly. Ow. I should be careful and actually grab those. Maybe I should grab the ring so I can get an S rank. There we go. I mean, yeah, but people like the innovation in old styles of games, right? So it's not like, I don't know. I don't think it's a bad thing to try and innovate with the same thing, even if, I don't know. You're just a nuisance. Whoa, hey, it's the Twitch chat. Whoa. I love how much context that's missing. Not context. I love how that makes a lot less sense if you're not actively looking at the Twitch chat. All right. I think that's gonna give us a break from levels, yeah. There we go. Okay, that is not the line. I think we're gonna get the line, the messed up line at the beginning of next time I stream this. I'm not really sure when I'm going to stream this next, to be honest. It'll probably be, I don't know. I'm gonna try to do it next week. Oh my goodness, Omega's dancing. I'm gonna try to do it next week. No promises that I will be streaming on this channel next week, but I do want to finish this game on stream at some point. So we'll see when that happens. I will give proper warning on my Discord. So if you want to know when I'm gonna stream this next, you can jump into the Discord link in the description. Or at least YouTube. I don't know how Twitch works. I'm pretty sure I put the Discord link in there somewhere. Breaking it down Omega style. He's doing the robot. But yeah. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I love you all, and I don't know how to end this.